There she is, Teacher of the Year, 2010, 2011, Danielle Kovach from Tulsa Trail Elementary School in Sussex County, New Jersey. How you doing?
Great. I'm doing great. How are you?
Now listen, you're the Teacher of the Year, 2010. Were you surprised when that happened?
Extremely surprised.
You didn't see it coming?
Nope.
How did they tell you?
Believe it or not, the Commissioner of Education called me at my school. And it was a conference call with my principal and my superintendent. I truly, honestly thought I was in trouble for something.
I was going to ask if you thought you were in trouble.
You know, to get called to the principal's office is usually, you know, not a great thing. But I got called to the principal's office, and I saw my superintendent sitting there, and we were waiting for a phone call. All I was told was, we're waiting for a call. My heart was beating.
They tricked you, set you up.
They set me up.
As soon as you heard, did your heart drop?
My heart, yes, my heart dropped. I think my jaw dropped, and the tears started flowing. And
good for you.
Yes, it was certainly a moment I will never forget.
Now you're a special ed teacher.
Yes.
Why'd you go into special ed?
Well, when I was a junior in high school, I volunteered at a camp for students with special needs. I had always knew that I wanted to be a teacher.
Always?
Always.
As far back as?
I was a little girl in elementary school. I kid you not, I would come home from school, I would take all of my dolls and stuffed animals, I would line them up alphabetically on my bed, and I would pretend to teach to my students. I would wear my mother's high heel shoes because the teacher that I was pretending to be would wear high heel shoes. Of course. And my closet was my chalkboard, and I would pretend to teach to my stuffed animals. And I knew I wanted to be a teacher.
Well, then when's the special ed piece come in?
Well, I had an opportunity to volunteer at a camp for students with special needs. And it was there that I saw why there's special in special education.
You ready? Sorry for interrupting. Have you seen the piece? This classroom close-up piece?
Yes.
Guys, can we get ready to show the clip? We're going to show the clip, and after we show the clip, we'll talk some more. I got so caught up in talking to you, I forgot we had the clip. Let's go to the classroom close-up clip from our partners at the New Jersey Education Association, and we'll talk to the Teacher of the Year again.
Come on, let's go take a tour in Miss Kovach's room. Come on!
Guys, come in. First of all, there is no typical day in a classroom. Children are children. They're very unpredictable. However, they're just a thrill to be with every day. A compound word is two words
put together to make one new word.
Very good. When we knew we were shooting a segment for Classroom Close-Up, I was asked what I wanted to showcase in my classroom. I decided to turn it over to my students and ask them, if you want everyone to see our room, what would you want them to know? What would you want them to see? We took a vote on it, and what they decided was they wanted everyone to know how difficult it is for them to learn things and how we overcome those challenges, how we use different materials, different ways to go about their learning so that way they are successful and they do feel successful with what they do. Boys and girls, what is a noun?
Nouns are a person, place, or thing. Yeah!
What I like to do in my classroom is to appeal to all of the students' senses: hearing, seeing, doing, feeling, touching, so that way they incorporate their learning into everything around them and helps them to become better learners. A noun, very good. Jets is a name. Is Jets, the Jets that I have up on the board, is that a common noun or a proper noun?
Proper noun.
It's important to have technology in our classroom because that's the way our world is. I think that technology does not replace, nor it should replace, traditional methods of teaching, such as writing, doing basic pen and paper math, but technology should enhance their learning and really give them another avenue to learn. We do have our smart board that we use every day. We also have computers in our classroom. My class does podcasts. We have Twitter. We also have a classroom website that I have a blog that I connect with the parents with. And that website is also a vehicle of communication between, not only between our classroom and the parents, but also our classroom and anyone else who wants to see what we're doing in our class. For my students, I hope that they realize that whatever goals, whatever dreams, whatever it is they want to pursue in life, is that they can. That they have the ability, they have the power to control their own destiny, and whatever it is that they set their mind to do, they can.
No, you're a big baby. You are a big baby.
I am a big baby. I am.
How come you get emotional when you see that? I'm teasing, you're not a big baby.
You know, to see that video
you
again.
You love those kids.
All my heart.
No, I mean, really, I know you have your own kids. 3 sons?
Yes, 3 boys.
4, 7, and 11?
Yes.
I know you love your kids, but you love these kids.
I do.
How come?
You know, they inspire me every day. They come into school with so many challenges, so many obstacles, so many barriers. And every day they come in ready to face the world, ready to tackle those challenges. And a lot of times they can overcome them. And it's such an inspiration to me. It's such a privilege and an honor for me to see that learning take place every day. The clip that you saw, those were my kids from last year. And you know, it's so hard at the end of the year to let go, to have them move on to the next grade, and to see them again. You know, it just brings me back to them, and I always wonder about all of my students, you know, how they're doing, and you know, it's great to hear back from my students year after year, and quite honestly, I am a worrywart for them, so to see them again on video really, you know, brought back some great memories.
You know, Danielle, people use the term special ed,
yes.
You know, kids in special ed, and get classified, categorized. But it means something very special to you. They're each individual, young men and women, boys and girls.
Yes.
You don't categorize them at all, do you?
No, it's not about their disability, it's their possibilities.
What do you mean?
When they're in my room, we don't focus on what they can't do. We focus on what they can do. Focusing on the positive and coming up with ways to help them succeed, help them feel good about themselves. It's not about their disability. It's about me bringing out and helping them to see their possibilities, because their world is their possibility. They have a universe of possibilities, and that's actually the theme for our room, and I have it hanging up on the classroom wall.
Finally, I know it's great to be the Teacher of the Year, you know, accolades are great, but you never got into it for that, you know?
Never.
What would you say to all of your colleagues as we celebrate and recognize educators across this state and this nation this week? What would you say to your colleagues?
I would say that every teacher in New Jersey knows that they make a difference in education, that they impact every single life they come in contact with, and there is nothing that anyone can say or do to take that away from them.
We're proud of you, Danielle.
Thank you.
Keep it up.
Thank you.
Great job.
Nice meeting you. Thank you.